Tiger Talk, Season 2. I am now episode 21. That's like Scott's deal. And Scott is singing somewhere in Washington or on a plane because there's like a hurricane in Florida again. Like, he left Ohio to move to Florida because it's warmer. And this is the second time he's going to miss Tiger Talk, or like things have been complicated because there's like everybody's afraid of water.
Lives a rough life.
Rough life, man. Traveling, singing in Washington and hanging out. Rough life. But it's not about Scott, our Section 14 guy. It's about Coach Moore and the Tigers. So this week we have
Dorian Pringle.
What position? Sorry.
Linebacker, running back.
Are you that number 3?
Number 3.
Okay.
And I'm Brady Jones. I'm number 64, offensive line.
Are you both seniors?
Yes.
Both seniors. Younger brother of former
Player Cole Jones.
Cole Jones, who's a senior at
Finley.
Is he a senior?
He's a senior now.
I think. Well, he is that COVID year, though. So
Right.
Yeah.
he's still playing that year.
But football family.
Mhm.
So last week, guys, we had Glenoak and Coach Moore. Did we win all the way through? 7th, 8th, 9th, JV
I
freshman?
believe so.
All the way through. Yeah. Guys, talk about a little bit about Glenoak and takeaways from the game.
It was a fun game. We just played our game of football, did what we do best, just go out there, have fun, and I just like playing with my brothers out there on the field, and just making big plays.
Kind of say what Brady said. It was pretty fun. We started the game off pretty fast on defense and offense. I think we scored in the first play on offense, and defense we had a 3-and-out. So, and our defense led them to 0 points till our JV came in, which was pretty good.
So you play both ways. So you play, sometimes you run the ball. So what do you like? What's the position like that you like to play?
I think I like playing linebacker more than running back.
Why?
I just like doing the hitting rather than getting hit.
Yeah, everybody coming after you. Have you always been on the line?
Yeah, I've always been on the line my whole life.
Have you moved like from guard to tackle, or have you always like for center? Like, have you expanded through the line, or just always been?
Freshman year, I played center, guard, and tackle. Last year, I played a little bit of guard, and this year I just split center.
Okay. Is that hard? Is that being the center? Is that because your hands on the ball, you got to release the ball and get your hands up fast. And you got somebody like Pringle running toward you, through you. What is that like?
It's a bit tough, you just got to work on like snapping and punching at the same time. That way you could like stop the dude's movement like across from you, and you just like run your feet and just blow him off the ball.
The one thing I learned about the center, because our Terrence is playing center now, and I kind of try to, you try to learn little things of the game. So once you put your hand on the ball, you can't move the ball, or you can't reposition your hands.
Yeah. The ball can move, but
you play center?
I did actually.
When?
I played center in high school, and I coached this football team, and I understand the rules.
Oh, okay.
So you can't pick the ball up.
Uh-huh.
You can move it. It's not like the ball can't move at all once they touch it, but you cannot pick it up.
Yeah. So you can't, but can you move it on the line? Can you reposition it? Do you ever put your hand on an air oh crap?
If they have the laces down, I just flip it up.
Okay, you can do that.
Yeah. Or if we're all set and I have it out, if I were to move it, it would be a flat.
Is that 5 yards?
That'd be 5-yard penalty.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I know something. Coach Moore. All right, Coach Moore, thoughts on the game? Thoughts on the game Friday?
I was happy with how we played. I thought we played with great effort. We hit. And we made plays, especially our group of receivers. They went up and caught the football, whether they're covered or uncovered. So that was great to see.
Have you ever done the chain gang before? Have you ever done that, Coach Moore?
I have.
Have you guys done it?
I have, yeah.
Like I ended up at the freshman game, we played over at Glenoak. I ended up having to be part of the chain gang, and I didn't realize that you needed to know things to be able to do that. So that was kind of a new experience for me. So I have a new like appreciation of those guys and what they do. And I just want to give a shout out to the chain gangs because like you have to be paying attention to the refs and also the game because you don't know when the play could be coming towards you and you're supposed to drop and like move out of the way. So I learned that really quickly at the Glenoak game. And, you know, I just like, I didn't understand like I know the numbers and they're marked, but it was hard. You really have to understand what they mean. It could mean 38 this way, 42 this way is like you look at it 42, but they look at it as 38. So new respect for our chain gang. Thank you guys that put in that effort on Friday night because that's a job. So I appreciate you. And Coach Garcia, you owe me for that game for at least half, two quarters. But that was fun. It was fun to learn something new about the game. So now next is the Mansfield Tigers with a Y, which is so weird to me, but I think we talked about it last year when we played them why they have the Y. But what do you guys, who should we watch out
To be honest, I think people make too big of a deal out of that.
out of the Y?
It just says Tigers. Who cares?
Well, Toys R Us got in trouble for having that
Leave it
on
alone. Nobody cares.
backwards.
Tigers versus Tigers.
Okay,
Tired of it.
Tigers versus Tigers with the Y that Coach Moore doesn't care about, but
Doesn't matter. They're just Tigers.
Tigers. Who should we look for, Pringle, or what do we look for on their offense?
Their line's pretty big. I think their quarterback might be out, but we don't know 100%. But their backup's just as good, and the running back's pretty good. He hits the hole. He's pretty fast too. And number 8 has a wide receiver. He's really fast. You got to keep him locked up the whole game.
All right. And on defense, what are you looking at?
Their line, they're pretty quick and strong up front, and they have their linebacker seems pretty good. He's pretty big, and I think we just gotta get them and just block them, trust ourselves, and we'll be fine.
What do you guys have to do as, like your seniors and your senior leaders? And, I watch you guys at school, watch you guys, at practice and stuff. What do you have to do to keep you guys' heads on and keep them level? I mean, you had a big win week 1, week 2, you dominated. How do you make sure that you don't get too full of yourselves and keep everybody like focused? What do you do?
Oh, I think for us especially, we look for like after we played another games like Glenoak, we look for the next game. It's just like short mindsets. We just keep it rolling, and our team knows that we just have a different mindset. Where if we win a game, we're always looking for the next game. Like Mansfield, about to go down it. They're about to come to us, and we're going to dominate, and we're just going to look for the next game.
Yeah, that does help because what Coach Moore implemented was very helpful. Like the it doesn't matter part, like doesn't who we played, it doesn't matter. Just move on to the next week. Keep moving on every week by week.
Week by week. All right, so short and sweet today because Section 14 guy's not here, so he doesn't have all the questions. Coach Moore's actually smiling. Did you guys see that? He's like actually got a little smile there, like, oh, we're done because I need pizza. So.
But you've got to do that for the show.
Yeah, so I don't have the dice because I can't roll the dice.
Well, Scott's not here, so it's just you.
So it's just me. So you guys have to come together and ask a question. So it's like the players versus the host, okay? So you're going to ask me a question about football, and I have to try to answer it right.
A trivia question about either football in general or Massillon football.
Yeah, so a trivia question about football or Massillon football. And right now it's 1-1. So you guys have 1 point, and really Scott has 1 point. I'm not very good at this, so you guys can think for a second.
Can I ask Coach Moore to confirm?
Yeah, he's the confirmer. Like he's going to know the answer.
Oh, yeah.
If he doesn't, we're in trouble.
You know,
It's gonna be. This is gonna be so bad.
right? Yeah.
Okay. He's not gonna know the answer. Let me see his face.
Yeah, that's 100%. Yeah, that's correct.
Oh boy.
I think Scott would have known this.
Oh, great. Well, thank you, Scott, for moving to Florida. Okay.
Who and how many tackles does this person have? Like how many tackles does he have in one game? Like he has the record, and how many tackles is it
Oh.
The record for most tackles in a game.
in one game?
Well, I would have said Jameer Thomas, but he moved way back. Is it Dorian Pringle? No. Yeah. Is it
I think
Hackenbrack?
you only get one guess.
Is it Hackenbrack? But I don't know how many he has. I don't know the answer.
Okay, point to the players. Who is it?
It's Chuck Villette. I think that's how you pronounce the last name.
I guess right.
What year?
Do you know how many?
42.
42.
Something crazy.
42 in one game?
It's against
42
Warren.
tackles in the game.
And against Warren?
Is the second. Thanks, brother.
What?
Yeah, second is
Rest in peace. Chuck passed, I think, last year.
What year was that?
I want to say that was the 50s.
I think that's what. Yeah,
Okay, well, that was before I was born. That's not a fair question.
Scott would have, I think Scott probably would have got that right. I don't know if he would have got the number of tackles.
42, really? But not
Yeah, it's crazy.
like the
That's
quarterback
crazy.
sack or just,
I think.
I mean, that's total tackles.
Yeah.
wow. That's crazy. Do you guys just Coach Moore go over like different statistics each week, or just when you break a record, or you guys just know? Do you have goals of
I'm
trying
not
to
really
break
concerned
records?
about that.
Only one goal.
That's
Only
great.
one
Tell her
goal.
what it is, Dorian.
What's the one goal?
Win that ring.
But
That's the one goal.
1 week at a time, right?
Yeah, because,
One week at a time. All right. Until next week, hopefully Scott gets out of the hurricane or
Yeah,
decides
good luck,
to go back
Scott.
to
Hope
Ohio.
everything's good in Florida and everybody's safe and all the property damage is kept to a minimum.
Yeah, kept to a
Tough.
minimum. But until next week with Section 14, TIG.
DRS.
Yes.